There's a much faster way of becoming financially independent than following this popular 50-30-20 rule. Hi, my name is Jessica. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. And if you are an old friend, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about this very popular 50-30-20 budgeting rule. If you haven't heard about this already, this rule seems quite popular amongst a lot of personal finance gurus and pretty much everybody on the internet. What this stands for, if you haven't heard about this already, is how to budget your money. So when your paycheck comes into your account, according to this rule, you put 50% of your paycheck towards your necessities, towards your needs, so paying your mortgage, paying your bills, and so on, and 30% towards your wants. So these are your wants and desires. So anything that's not a need, 30% of your money, according to this, you can use towards your wants. And then 20% of the money is towards your savings. And I completely disagree with this rule. I mean, unless you're not saving anything, this is an okay start. This is a good way to start. But if your objective is to become financially independent, this is not going to get you to a financial independence place anytime soon. So if that's your goal, stick around. I do have something for you that will get you there much faster. Before I tell you about my recommendation and what I think you should do, especially if your objective is to become financially independent as quickly as possible, let me tell you a little bit about why I don't like this rule. Number one, it perpetuates that same old thinking that's an issue for so many people. There's a reason why so many people are not saving. The average savings rate in North America is anywhere from 4 to 7%, and 7% is being really generous. And that is because your money comes in. For most people, your money shows up in your account, and you spend, you pay your bills, you do everything that you need to do, and whatever is left over at the end of all of that goes to saving. And a lot of times there's nothing left over. And this rule pretty much does the same thing. So you pay for your needs, you pay for your wants, and then whatever's left over is the 20%. So that's number one issue that I have with this rule. And second problem I have with this rule is that there's way too much money allocated to wants. 30% of your take-home income is towards your wants. And with such a small amount allocated to your savings, I don't think you're going to achieve financial independence anytime soon. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than 4% or 7%. If you are not saving anything and this is helping you a little bit, then that's fine. It's definitely better than nothing. But if your objective is financial independence, this is just not the way to go. So here's what I think you should do instead. So switch that around a little bit. 40%, so 40, 50, 10. So think of this as 40, 50, 10 rule versus the one that we just talked about. So what does that mean? 40% of your income, so when your money comes into your account, your net salary every month, whatever that happens to be for you, you take 40% of that and pay yourself first, not last. This one habit will get you to financial independence 10 times faster than anything else would. So what does that mean to pay yourself first? So number one, make sure that you have a sanity fund, which is an emergency fund. The reason why you want to have a sanity fund is so that you are not worried constantly about where your bills will be paid from in case something happens. So it keeps you sane. It helps you sleep at night. So you want to make sure that you have a fully funded sanity fund. So anywhere from 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Where else should you put that money? In your retirement account. So whether it's in your RSP if you're Canadian, or TFSA, 401k, or whatever country you're in, every country has some form of a retirement fund. So you want to make sure that you're maximizing that. And if you're into real estate investing, this is where that money can go as well, and any other investment. So if your retirement fund is fully maxed out, you want to make sure that you have some other investments that are non-registered outside of your retirement fund. So that's where 40% of your income should go every single month. And then 50% into your needs. So what are we talking about here? For needs, really your big three: your housing, your food, and your transportation. Those are the big three expenses for an average person. And I'm referring to groceries here for food. and not necessarily eating out or restaurants or anything like that. And then utilities, which will come as part of your housing, as well as any insurance, especially health insurance. If you're in the US, you're probably paying health insurance from your pocket. So that's where your needs come from. Think of your needs as absolutely critical to your survival. Those are your needs. And then the last bucket here is wants. So 10% into your wants. So what are your wants? That's your hobbies, travel, restaurants, whether you want to eat out in a restaurant or take out, all of that falls in here. Your gym membership, clothing, any subscriptions you might have, any of your coffee habits or lattes that you might want to spend your money on. So that's where 10% of your money should go. Another thing I should mention here, if you are in debt, then this is where your debt would come from. And of course, you want to make sure you pay off your debt as quickly as possible, especially before you go into any of these other investments. You want to make sure you pay off your debt completely, especially consumer debt. Your credit cards, especially, you're probably paying a lot of interest on those. So credit cards, student loans, basically anything other than mortgage, you should pay off using that bucket. I know this is a little bit more aggressive than the previous one, and the reason being, this is not even as aggressive as my advanced class. I'm just kidding, I don't have any classes. But generally, I recommend 50-50 to people. 50% for your needs and wants, and then 50% in paying yourself first. I truly believe that you should get used to living off of every other paycheck. So that means you save every other paycheck. If you were living off of every other paycheck, that's 50% of your income. So that means 50% goes here. So one of your paychecks, so I'm assuming you get paid twice a month, then one of your paycheck goes towards your savings, your investments, your debt payment, and then the remaining 50%, every other paycheck, would go towards your life needs. Let me quickly illustrate what that might look like. So let's take $70,000 income as an example. So if somebody's making $70,000 income per year gross, that means they get about $55,000 of that in net. So in this example, let's say your gross income is $70,000 per year. That means after taxes, it's $55,000 per year. That's what you actually take home. So if we divide that by 12, we've got $4,600 per month. So $4,600 per month shows up in your bank account. So you take that $4,600, 40% of that $4,600 is $1,840. So number one thing you do as soon as you get your money is you pay yourself first. Because you're working so hard to earn your money, make sure that that money is working hard for you. The only place the money is working hard for you is in this bucket right here. So you pay yourself first, take 40% of that, which is $1,840, and you divvy that up however you want. I don't know your personal situation, so you would know whether you need to pay off your debts, how your retirement accounts look like. Do you have a sanity fund? So use that money there. Number two, so half of that is your needs, $2,300. So that's where all of your bills would come from: your housing, your transportation, your food, and whatever your income might be. If you feel like you can't cover your expenses with this amount, 50%, then I will encourage you to look at your expenses and see where you can cut back and go from there. And then 10% here is your wants, or I like to call it your play money. So use that money to enjoy yourself. And if you really look at the dollars here, if this is your income, $460 a month towards your wants, that's pretty good. You can go to the gym, you can stay healthy, you can buy your clothing, you can buy your coffee, you can do whatever else you want, takeouts, restaurants, whatever floats your boat. And if you're like me, you love to travel, you take some of that money and you save that for your travel as well. So there you have it. So I think this will get you to financial independence very, very quickly. There you have it. Let me know in the comment section below what your breakdown looks like. If you enjoyed this video and if you found it useful, please don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Share it on your social media so we can spread the word. And I will see you next week. Thanks.